I moved on Booth when I was 17.
Yeah.
And I lived in a block of flats on there. And,
Yeah, interesting place, isn't it?
Oh, mad. But Travellers moved onto the car park and took over for like months. They can stay so long, can't they?
Yeah, yeah.
And I saw a Traveller fight during the day outside Bethune Ave shops.
Yes.
And it was just like, it was mad. And it just kind of ended and shook hands and walked off.
Yeah, but that's the
Where
way
was
it
that?
Was
Was that just two lads? That?
Just two lads fighting.
How long ago was that?
Oh, it was years now, maybe 10 years now.
Yeah, that was me.
Was it you fighting?
That was me fighting with one of the Travellers. Yeah.
No way.
Seriously? Oh my God. I swear to God, I was just leaving there.
Yeah, it was.
Two kids fighting in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
A car pulls upstairs. Hey, go in the car park. They both stopped, shook hands and walked off.
No,
It was you.
That was my dad that pulled up.
Was it really?
Honest to God.
Oh,
yeah.
I thought we should get hold of him, get him on the podcast.
Oh, that's mad.
yeah.
What caused that?
Just over a bed on Gypsyville.
Really?
Who won? Did you win?
Yeah.
It was both said in the fight. It was like a proper like fist fight. Like no.
Well, we usually when the loser say I give best, and he was like, I
You
just
both shook hands, didn't you?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That was mad.
I got him, and he was like I give best, so I shook his hand, and that was it.
Fuck
Go on, Lenny. Yeah.
Like I don't think I know there's bagheads and there's burglaries and there's twockers and there's all the normal stuff you get, but for me, which I think was unique, is and everyone might have the same. We just had like loads of mad characters.
Yeah.
And I think like nicknames as well.
Yeah.
Like I'm not about nicknames, but it's like your surname. Like that's not a nickname to me.
Yeah,
but I'm about like it's always with your head in it. Like we had Egghead,
Yeah.
Ten Heads,
Yeah.
Gen Head.
Yeah.
Like it's just something to do with the size of your head.
You think-
Doghead was on there as well.
Like this, because that's probably going to be my next speaking point. Actually, like characters.
Yeah.
Like, so we had like I say, Mud Eye.
Mud Eye. Like
Yeah.
Mud Eye as a kid on the estate was like I suppose he's not what's the word? He's infamous, isn't he, on the estate?
Definitely infamous on Norfolk.
In and out of prison. He's a bit older than us. He must be like 35 now.
Yeah.
And the rumour is his name's Mud Eye because when he was like 12, someone gave him a black eye,
And that was it.
and that was it. Stuck like glue. Like at secondary school, went to my secondary school, and everyone at school knew him as Mud Eye. And I sometimes forget his real name.
Yeah. I liked Mud Eye though.
No, it was always sound, but like he could look after himself. But because he got a black eye as a kid once.
Yeah.
Someone said Mud Eye.
Yeah.
I've got a story about Mud Eye, by the way, because I used to knock about with his little brother.
Yeah.
And his mum sent him to shop for bread and milk. And he came back with fucking bog roll and crisps. And it was just like, I don't forget his mum like just going mad. So when you're a kid in the estate and your mum sends you to shop, by the way, it's brutal.
It is brutal.
It is an absolute,
list.
like, your mum shouts at you, because it used to be in it like, Paul,
Yeah.
God, should we add?
Yeah.
I should come and say, go shop, get milk. And if you got milk with a carry bags and you're a 10-year-old boy, it's horrible.
Get an electric token as well.
Yeah, milk,
Like
electric,
electric
whatever
token.
you got.
Yeah.
But my mum used to write me a note to go to Paper Shop on Greenwood to get cigs.
Get cigs, yeah.
As if that could happen.
Did anybody have cig van or goodie van?
We had Goody
Yeah,
Van.
Goody Van.
We used to
We
get
had
our
Goody Van.
cigs from goodie van.
That is
Yeah,
mad.
we'll speak about Goody Van
Mate, do
later.
you remember
actually,
the milkman days as well, when the milkman used to drive down
Yeah.
the street?
Oh, milk floats, yeah.
Yeah, people used to rob the milk on the way
Milk
to school
floats.
and
Yes.
stuff.
He always had the best fresh orange on them.
Yeah.
That milk,
Always.
Sterry milk, whatever it was banging back in the day.
So for me, when we talk about North Fulham, we talk about like some of the characters. For me, it's Elvis and Banana Man,
oh,
Yeah.
chases.
because them chases were infamous. Like Banana Man, I don't know. Like, I hope he's still alive now, because he was pretty old then.
Yeah, but it was on a bike a lot.
He was
mate,
on a bike a
so,
lot,
yeah.
mate. He used to deliver the advertiser. Do you remember the other paper, the
Yeah, always,
advertiser?
yeah.
And mate, we used to just shout Banana Man at the top of our voices, mate, and he used to give us like some mad chases, you know. And like, we're only young though. We're like, what, like 9, 10?
Where did that name come from? Because Elvis was obvious because he looked like Elvis, didn't he?
Yeah, but I thought Banana Man looked like Banana Man, like the cartoon. You know, remember the cartoon?
yeah.
Do you remember what used to be on BBC One?
Yeah,
I thought he looked like Banana Man. I think that's where it came from.
But Elvis was brutal.
We had
though.
Wolfman as well. Wolfman.
Yeah.
Wolfman.
What was Wolfman
scary as
saying?
fuck. So like Wolfman sounds like Banana Man. Like he'd chase you for fucking hours, and he had the biggest cities,
Yeah.
like, big cities like this. But we used to call him Wolfman because he'd chase you every time. He'd throw stones at his window. When he came out, mate, it was fast, and he'd be like, do you know, like his breathing was mad, and it was scary. Do you know, when he was younger and he was trying to get away from him. I was quite slow as well, so I'd usually stand at the back and throw the stones, you know. And so I got like a bit of a lead in the run. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I never got caught on. No one got caught by them. Do you?
What, by Banana Man?
Yeah.
I don't know anyone who got caught by Banana Man. Elvis though. Elvis
was brutal, like, he kicked up the arse and
he
everything,
was
yeah.
an horrible man. Like, but I don't blame him, because like he used to get stones at his windows. He used to get everything. He used to live down 11th.
Yeah.
11th Ave, yeah, and he used to have a catapult, mate. He was lethal, mate. Anyone who knows, he was lethal. But it was just the buzz of it. I don't even know why I was getting chases, because like I was like the only black kid on the area. Like everyone knew where I lived, but I loved it, man. It was just the buzz.
Get the chase was that's what. So we go get a chase would be the thing.
Just
yeah, if he was bored,
should we go get a chase?
Yeah.
But you'd know where to go to get chases from.
Yeah.
Certain houses.
Like for me, someone who strikes me as like a nice guy was Paul at the newsagents and that. Not Paul.
Dave.
Dave, sorry,
Yeah,
not Paul.
yeah, Dave.
Paul's
Yeah,
on Orchard, wasn't it? Dave.
No, Paul's was. There was
newsagents.
Paul's on the Orchard, but remember the paper shop next door to Shepherd's? Dave's.
Was that Paul's?
That was Paul's as well.
Okay, yeah.
So you going there for your puncher outfit and that.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah, Dave. Yeah, Dave.
Dave was great.
He's not with us anymore, but
yeah, Dave was great.
R.I.P. Like he was a good guy. I thought.
Because once he passed away, they shut up, didn't they?
Yeah.
And that was like I think it said established like 1901 or something on the door.
That was an infamous shop on Norfolk, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was just a sweet shop basically. You go in like 10p and get 10p worth of mixed sweets.
Yeah.
But and ice pops and whatnot. But yeah, he was great, Dave.
What was actually growing up like on your estates?
It's an adventure. You just go out. You don't know what's going to happen that night.
Yeah.
Time seemed to last forever.
Yeah.
And then like I remember going back to something similar. We nicked a steamroller once off Tesco. Because
Yeah.
someone said you can start a steamroller with a screwdriver.
All right.
So I was like, let's go and nick a steamroller.
Yeah.
There's a kid called Eric on the estate that was driving a steamroller through Queenie Park. It seemed like when you become an adult, you think that was quite dangerous. Like, unpredictable. Every day was like an adventure. You didn't know what you was going to do.
Yeah.
You made a call for you, wouldn't it? Be like, you're coming out.
Yeah.
And you just be like, oh, I've heard this is happening, or there's a motorbike over there.
Don't you think you was larking out as well? Like, obviously, if you went out of school, but say like a weekend or summer holidays, you was out from early.
Oh yeah.
Early.
Like
100%.
real early.
All weathers as well.
Yeah.
We used to be sat like in the back of frozen cars, freezing, like not even enjoying ourselves. But
Yeah.
we was out, and if you was out, you was out. That was
Well,
it.
Go on now, you said.
What I was going to say, do you know when you said in all weathers?
Yeah.
So do you remember the whole floodings?
Yeah.
We was jumping off like bus stops into the fucking flooding,
into the
like
water.
swimming in it and that.
That's
which is
how old
minging.
I am. I was at uni when that
I was at
happened.
work. Yeah, I went to Arco.
Was that you?
We got sent home from school and we was swimming. We went on this big field and was like swimming in it and that, thinking it was real
mate,
funny.
Some of my mates were like belly sliding on concrete into the water.
Yeah. But we ended up getting in shit, from the firemen. They was like, it's full of dog shit. You fucking idiots. Like, actually going mad at us, and we just carried on, like, swimming through it. And
But mate, I used to swim in drain though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I say I used to. I've probably done it once or twice.
Ah,
Yeah.
mate, that's mad.
Jumping
Yeah,
in
like-
Did you ever do
Go-
that?
mate, going in drain was like the worst thing
Yeah,
you could
we used
do.
to do it, mate.
But
Yeah.
we grew up
and
there
that.
with drain, didn't we? We go
Yeah.
like frogging and whatnot.
Yeah.
And, I fell in many a time. I didn't willingly like.
I willingly went in.
Swam in. I'll
Nah.
go in, it's like one thing you do is you would go through a trolley in.
Yeah.
That was it. So you got to get a
yeah.
trolley and throw it in. Like what? What's that?
See what
That's
you
how
could
bored
pull
you
out
was on
of
the
it or
estate.
something.
And like, what I was writing these questions down earlier in that, and like, for me, I'll openly admit it, like, because this was I was having a conversation with Bax earlier, and he was saying about the Orchard and Norfolk.
Yeah.
Is either the same or are they not? Like, what would you say? Because for me, I think they're different.
Oh, I think they're mad different, especially growing up as well. Because like Orchard Park had these massive tower blocks on like 18, 19-story tower blocks.
Yeah.
Underpasses.
Yeah.
And it's like, it is near enough, there's a road that separates them. But I've never felt further away from home
Yeah.
than when I'm at Orchard Park.
Because that was going to be my next question. Like, is there any areas within your area that you were scared to go to?
Like, when I was real younger.
Yeah.
Like, so when I was like 9 or 10, so on Long Hill, like, you've got big shops and you've got little shops. And I live round the corner from Little Shop, and that was like Mamma Mia's Takeaway, this real dodgy little sweet shop, but it was like mucky in there. Like, when you went in, real dingy, dark, loads of out-of-date food, what they're still selling, not even at half price. It was just a proper dodgy shop. But if my mum sent me to Little Shop when I was younger, like 9 or 10, like all the older kids had hung around there, like like blazing and fucking boozing and that. Like,
Was Little Shop the one near Archie? And then Big Shop was like where it was like a...
Oh no, I'm talking just Long Hill. Like literally, yeah. There's a little shop and is there a big shop and little
Yeah,
shop around
'cause
there?
we used to say Little Shop and Big Shop, but like Little Shop was the one near Archie School.
Yeah.
Where you had like the bakers and the chippy, and the goodie shop, and then Big Shop was like where you had that Copeland's and that big square bit
Right, no.
near Barham.
That's mad. I thought we was the only ones with,
No,
with
we
the
had
big
little
shop and the
and
little
big,
shop.
No, we had it as well.
Did you all have like we had growing up on the estate in the summer because you're off school? We had the swimming pool on Queenie Park.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the little.
Do you ever have like a park pool
Yeah.
like so open in the summer?
East Park was like the one for us.
East
Yeah.
Park's a good
Preston Road.
park though. Was it a good park back then?
I feel like it's big in it.
It's massive. It's a
Yeah.
good park now though. But like we had Queenie Park and like Orchard come on there.
Yeah, that's where the meetup would be in it.
And
That's
it was
where
like I remember like in there and Sparky, the kid in our estate on Orchard one. Was he North or Orchard? We went to Cooper, didn't he? But he's off Beverly Road.
Yeah.
He was like he used to run the joint like on that Queenie Park.
Like for me, I'll openly admit it, I was shook of Orchard when I was younger. Like I'm talking just before I hit secondary school. I was petrified, mate, of Orchard Park.
Yeah, it was horrible.
Like even though it was just a stone throw away, like I used to just like my bits, like
It was
21st,
so different though.
5th, 11th,
Yeah.
Endyke. That's like my little patch. Anything like past
King's Kebabs
Ellerburn,
and all that.
like you wouldn't really see me there, like ever. To be
There
honest,
was a
with you.
youth club just past King's. It's still there now.
Yeah,
actually.
St Mike's.
It's not St Mike's, but they had a disco there, didn't it, on a Saturday night? Remember
Yeah,
that?
I never went, mate. I was shook to go.
I got filled in
I know
outside there by a kid called Biscuit. Honestly, mate. Honestly, because I slowed dance with his girlfriend when I was 11.
You slowed down.
So
though.
we had this disco, didn't we? Did you ever go to the disco?
I never went. I was scared. Man.
Well, I went with Dave
I
Millerton,
was
right?
scared, man.
And you go there, at the end, he'd put on like a Celine Dion number or something. And I just last, I can't remember her name, I slowed dance about it, word got around. It was
Yeah.
Biscuit's bed. Like, comes out and he just banged me out. It was like secondary school and I was like maybe year 6.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And it was like one of them nasty places.
A rude awakening, innit?
Yeah, it was like, and that was outside like St Mike's near King's Kebab.
Yeah. When I was young, I won't go on Orchard. I think my saving grace, and I've spoken to you before, because I played football. I was alright at football, and I played for a team called Greenwood Boys, a year above me, and that was with like Billy Hutchinson and like Ben Pucko, Chrissy Wellham, and that was like a bit of a saving grace. So when I got into year 7 and year 8, I played with them. Dave Milton played for that team, Johnny Young as well. So I felt a little bit more safer going on there, but generally, fuck
think,
that,
like,
man.
It was alright when I was young, because I knocked about with kids a bit older, so going on there was fun. But as I
Yeah.
got older, there used to be like the Orchard Park lot. We swung
Yeah.
about on like the Greenwood Pub wall.
Yeah,
and there was
yeah.
literally like, minimum 30 of them.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And they was out just for looking for fights.
Yeah.
And that's where it got a bit dicey.
Yeah. It got
Okay,
a bit-
if I got invited to a party on New Year's Eve on Orchard Park, and my mate's bed it was at the time I went to school with, just started whacking me, and he was saying to me, "Paul, just hit her back." I'm like, "What is happening?" Do you know what I mean? I'm like, "What is going on?" I had to walk out. Me and Adi was there with me, and that was just like crazy. But when I got to like teenage, like between 13 and 16, that was when it got real dicey for me. Orchard Park.
I used to just get about everywhere.
Yeah.
Even from a young age, obviously. I started playing rugby when I was 10. So I was getting...
sort of knew everyone anyway.
Yeah, I was getting about... And obviously, like... I used to knock about on Gypsyville, then I'd go to Boothry, and then I'd go to Wesel, and then I'd go back to Gypsyville, I'd go back to Boothry. I'd just be literally everywhere, so I just used to get about.
Yeah.
Was that the same for everyone? Could everyone do that, or was it like a gang?
Nah,
culture,
I was like probably one off, because like you'd never catch the Ezel lot with a Gypsyville lot, and you'd never really catch it. Sometimes you'd get like a couple of lads from Boothry go to Gypsyville, and then like you'd get a couple of little strays here and there, but Ezel wouldn't ever go anywhere near Gypsyville. Because when I was knocking about in Ezel, the people I was knocking about with, there was just nice. I wouldn't say had a better upbringing, but they weren't exposed to as much. Like, because Ezel was a little bit nicer than Gypsyville and Boothry. So when like people from Ezel would go to Gypsyville, I'd feel intimidated, but
Yeah.
I was just in the thick of it, like just a little cunt just getting about. So I didn't care. Yeah.
No, I loved that. What about you, Lance? Any places where you was like, oh, fuck that, I'm not going there, man?
Right round the corner from my mum's, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Just
No,
stay in this garden.
No, like
Yeah, just stay in my garden.
only when I was real young though. When I was real young, there's like this cut through near my mum's, and like my mum's street. It's like one of the better streets around Preston Road.
Oh, there's actually good streets on there.
I mean, it's decent.
What street is
but
that?
It's like Troutdale. It's like off
Oh,
Bilsdale.
yeah.
So it's like not as bad as like but when you go through the cut through, you come to like St John's and stuff, and like that was like one of to me anyways. Like when I was young, that was like one of the roughest parts on like Preston Road, and like there'd always be kids there like on bikes, like older kids as well. And like it'd just be a bit intimidating because I've always been like a small guy as well.
Yeah.
Do you know? So
Yellow Shelter on that John Adlam Park.
yeah, John Addy Park.
That's where
like,
we used to sit on Yellow Shelter.
that park used to just get terrorised all the time.
Oh, really?
Like just kids
Fireworks
drinking,
and that.
fireworks, like the lot. Like you didn't want to be there, but I'd go there because there'd be a football cage.
Yeah.
I wanted to play football.
Yeah.
But summer would always start.
Kick off and that.
Yeah.
Bit like Queenie Park on the nights, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you where from. Stella, you might be able to remember because you're more our age. But in the summer, the council used to like put on like little events, didn't they? And it was called Lifestyle.
Oh God, yeah, lifestyle.
And
Where
they-
you could go pick up rubbish and that.
Well, it was for us. They used
Sounds
to.
real good.
That
that.
sounds like
That sounds like community service. That.
It was though.
Getting you
Just
ready.
like in the summer, you could clean like old people's gardens and that, and then they give you a lifestyle badge and.
Nah, ours was like more like it was like football and that, football or swimming.
Yeah, you
So
started up for
there'd
it.
always be violence. Like I remember, like Lifestyle on Queenie Park
Yeah.
was very tense, bro. Like I say it, and I've life in the song.
What you know about going Queenie Park Astro? Summer going lifestyle with goodies and a tango. It was very tense, be ready to let your hands go, cause one wrong look could make me feel like I was Django.
Like, and I'm not joking. Like, it was very tense because you'd get
It's basically every kid that doesn't even get along all come
all
together.
comes together, and like they used to just like it was like a football tournament, wasn't it?
Yeah.
They do like a little bit. You do a little bit of training, and then there'd be like a football tournament mainly. It'd be mainly football tournament.
I've still got my lifestyle trophy.
and they'd split you into teams. But mate, like all the infamous guys was there, weren't they? So because it was on every day, wasn't it?
It was like every day for summer, like.
Yeah.
But it was different activities.
Yeah,
like,
different activities, but someone every day was getting sparked out. There was though, mate. More than one sparking as well, wasn't it? Like
Yeah, but I think it still happens now. Like when we was doing your Have Life video, we had that kid and his mum walking off. He's had a black eye, didn't he, off someone? It must have been about 9.
yeah, like
He was complaining. His mum was like, "Go get that black eye." It's
yeah,
like,
man.
Is that a younger mudder? That
no, but like,
Maybe.
black eyes were a common occurrence. Like you always saw someone with black eye on
Because
these
it was
days.
just,
Yeah.
mate,
I'm about a young age, like 9, 10 years old, kids with black eyes.
it's bad, isn't it?
It's
I
really
don't
bad.
think sometimes people won't even believe you. Like violence, really, on all our estates is something that
It's like a normal thing.
is a normal thing.
What I will say about our estate though, like knife crime and that wasn't a thing.
No,
Like
It's always
it was
fighting,
just
wasn't it?
fighting, yeah. But
Yeah.
if ever I read about knife crime in the paper, it was always up like
Preston Road.
Preston Road.
Yeah.
Like I've got a Preston Road story. I mentioned it to you, didn't I?
go on then.
About 10 years ago, I went on this date, and I was off Newbridge Road. It's not far, is it?
I lived
Yeah,
on
no,
there
not
when I was
far.
real young. Like that's one of my first houses.
Mate,
with my
Newbridge
mum.
Road's a bit grim.
So I
as
must
well.
have been
We're
about
gonna get
18,
into like
19.
the slums of areas soon, mate, but go on.
I must have been about 18, 19. I was at a bus stop at about 10, and it's like 13-year-old kid comes up to me and asks me, "You ain't got any scissors, have you?" Like, I'm at a bus stop, you know what I mean? And she's pulling some stitches out his arm, which I thought, okay, this guy's got stitches, he wants scissors to cut his stitches out. And his mate, who must have been about 13, said, "Mate, just use my knife." I don't know where he pulled it from, but it was a fucking kitchen knife. On 13, I thought, whoa, we didn't get this on my estate, like, growing up. You had people got banged out and sparked out, but
Yeah.
I never knew knives getting carried.
No, I don't know.
But what age though, Chiedu, was you said like primary school and you were scared?
Yeah, of going on Orchard.
Or going anywhere, and how old was you when you was like scared?
Probably primary school.
Yeah, because then when you get older, do you become the lot that people are then scared of? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like a hierarchy.
No, but really, was you
We
ever,
used to hang about
was
on
you-
Queenie Park.
was you ever a bully though?
No, never a bully, no.
The thing is, I always think my
Yeah, well, above us were.
my estate, yeah, kids above us were, but my estate experience is quite different. Yeah.
It really freaked me out. Like, it's like a young boys' prison. It was.
Mate, fucking Lister, there was a fight every break.
Oh,
if they
mate.
want a fight, then there was something wrong.
The worst
And-
thing that I hated, sorry mate, was when you knew you was having a fight the next day.
No,
Like, there's nothing
Or after school.
worse.
Or after school.
Like, and there was
Yeah.
always like someone would come to you and say, "I think let's fight we at break time."
Wait
and
in
you're
the
like, you've got to
gates.
go, fair enough. And
Yeah.
you're just fucking papping.
Yeah.
There's nothing worse than knowing you're about to fight because you start playing out in your head, you're going to fucking Like, it never goes like that.
It never goes like
Ever,
you just meet in the middle and you're just like,
It's fucking like that.